booties for black girl nerds.
Hi, how are you doing? Nice to talk to you.
How you doing, Alex? You good?
I'm doing well.
Good.
So just want to get on into it. So basically, with this movie, you had a little, one night stand. So I want to know, have you ever went on a date with someone and gave them the wrong name? And if you did, how did that play out?
I don't think I have, to be honest with you.
Have you ever tried to, I guess we're talking dating anyone in the past or we're not even dating, like trying to talk to somebody? Because I know it's times when people ask me for my number and I give them the wrong name.
Yeah.
So have you ever did that before?
I be honest with you, I don't think so. I mean, I'll just say I'm not interested.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should try that.
Yeah, I mean, I just believe in being honest with people so that, that way there's no confusion. And sometimes the truth hurts, but at least people know where they stand.
Right. And I also, like, in this movie, it was a lot of backdooring going on. So I want to know, have you ever had a friend in your past to backdoor you with somebody you were dating or pursuing?
Have I ever?
No. Have you ever had a friend backdoor you with somebody you're dating or pursuing?
No, but I only define certain people as friends.
So that means it could have been an associate.
Yeah, I mean, there may have been somebody who, I know and I met who tried to backdoor me, but I and maybe they did. I don't know, and I just don't know. But to my knowledge, my friends, we live by a certain code. I like to hold up to that.
Right. And you've been married for some time. And how is it to maintain a healthy relationship in the entertainment industry?
How is it to maintain?
Well, how do you? Because everyone always talks about, those relationships don't last if they work in the entertainment industry, and you've been, an actor for a long time. So I just want to, and you've been married for a while. So how do you keep a healthy marriage while working in entertainment?
So in politics, there's this term called church and separation of church and state, right? Mm-hmm. And I think in marriage, as an actor, it's one thing to be in Hollywood, it's another thing to be of Hollywood. But I think that that's also a misrepresentation because people cheat who have nothing to do with Hollywood. So relationships don't not only work out in Hollywood, like you could have, I just finished doing a medical project for ABC and, I was married to someone in the hospital and that didn't work out. It has nothing to do with Hollywood. Relationships are tough. Marriage is tough. And in a lot of ways, they require work. If you're not willing to do the work, it will not work. So it doesn't matter if it's Hollywood or not,
Why?
I think a lot of Hollywood relationships are susceptible to that perception because they're exposed, right? But technically, they're just work relationships. Two people meet on set, or they meet at a party that's industry related. That's a work relationship, and that happens in the workplace no matter where you are. And ultimately, it's only exposed in Hollywood on a grand scale. So that's why it seems like, they don't work. Well, work relationships don't typically work because you get shit where you eat, It's tough.
Alex, there's a lot of background noise, so if you can just mute in between questions, we would appreciate that. Thank you.
Were you done answering the question? I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah. I was finished.
And also, it's been a lot of talk between media, how Black media platforms that basically we feel like well, a lot of Black media platforms feel like when Black celebrities get to a certain status of celebrity, they end up, not giving those same Black media outlets that were pushing them and supporting them the same support as they do of major white platforms when they get to a certain status. So I just want to know, do you or your colleagues that, are Black celebrities, do you all make initiative to make sure your team and your publicists, give those same opportunities to Black media platforms?
Good question. I don't think there's a concerted effort or initiative to do that per se. I don't feel like I'm above doing, I can only speak for myself. Let me just do that. I don't think I'm above talking to any Black platform because they're Black. So that's not something I would do. I will say this, there has been a huge surge of platforms in general. And perhaps some of the people that you are speaking of are a bit more old school and they're used to dealing with only the major platforms, and they weren't accustomed to all of the social media platforms. And there was a time when there was no blogs, right? And now there's an influx of them. And sometimes it might just be an issue of either timing or something like that. But I can't speak to that. I try to reach out to those that want to reach out to me, and I feel like there's audiences to be had in every crevice. So I hear what you're saying, and but I don't think that there's a concerted effort to shun anyone, and I don't think there's a concerted effort to necessarily make sure that every platform is spoken for. I've never had that conversation with other Black actors per se.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. I really appreciate it, and I love the movie.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Better shake your booties for Black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for Black girl nerves.